Hello ladies, today I have a new review of a sensational wig courtesy of WIGTYPES. Thank you so much WIGTYPES for sending over this unit. So if you're interested in my thoughts on Elena, keep watching. Hello ladies and welcome back to Still Looking Good 58. I am Faith and today, as I mentioned, I have a sensational what lace wig. They haven't come up with too many what lace wigs lately. This one is called Elena. She is a 13x6 what lace unit and I have her in the color Balayage Mocha. Yeah, Balayage Mocha. So let me show you the specs on Elena. Sensational Elena is a Cloud 9 Swiss lace wig, and I have her in the color Balayage Mocha. Inside, she has a 13x6 parting space, 2 combs in the front, a comb in the back, and adjustable straps. Here is what Elena looks like, and I'm going to plop her on my head. Haven't taken the lace off yet. Just going to plop her on without anything like a nylon cap or anything. Just going to plop her on so you can see what she looks like just plopped on. So here she is. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is that her lace lays down. And I think I talked to you guys once about that before, that if the lace lays down really well on my head on both sides, then I know that this is a wig that I'm going to be able to use just my Eben spray and a melting band. And it looks like that's going to be the case with this one because it's laying down flat on both sides of my head. And there's not enough lace underneath this side to cut it over my ears, so I'm just going to cut it where it ends. So after I cut the lace off, well actually before I cut the lace off, I'm going to pluck it a little bit. Then I'm going to cut the lace off and start working on it. So let's get started. Okay, I've already plucked her, so now I'm ready to lay her down, and of course I put my face on. So I'm just going to put this beige cap on my head. So let me go ahead and just plop her on my head. I haven't decided how I'm going to wear her in terms of whether she's going to be a middle part or a side part. Most of you who've watched me for a while know how I feel about middle parts. You know I'm more of a side part person. So again, I'm going to pull some of this hair back because she should be an easy lay. Okay. Pin that up so I can have room to put this around. So I'm going to adjust her so that I can get the lace where I want it. And I'm going to use this comb with the rat tail end so that I can kind of lay it down as I'm going along. So let's see here. Let me see, I think it could probably stand to be brushed back just a little bit better so that I can see my line better. Yeah, sometimes this is just like a work in progress. You just kind of have to keep doing it until you get it to where you want it. Get it to where it works for you. Personally, I really need to see, this line as I'm working on it. Let me just put it over my ear. Yeah, I just need to see this line so I can get it to lay down the way I want it. Yeah. Alright. And I noticed with my brush that there was still some hair coming off of it because of the fact that I plucked it. So, let me get that up here better. Okay. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and start spraying this down, and then I'm just going to put my Silky Sax band on it. Okay. So I'm trying just to make sure I get just the ends of this. Trying to get it more on the hair and not on my face. Just the ends of it. Now sometimes the hair is going to get in the way and you're either going to have to pull it out of the way before or after, but either way it's going to have to be pulled out of the way. So I'm just going to put this band on here. Try to get it tight so that I can keep this down. And sometimes I'll hold the sides, because sometimes if I do that, that kind of helps it stay down. So as soon as this is ready, I'll come back and take this off, okay? So okay, you guys, I took the strap off, and this is kind of what I got left. If you're not familiar with the Sensational Wet Lace lace, it's supposed to be really, really undetectable. For me personally, I've had another Sensational wig. It was Chiari, and she worked out really well for me in terms of the detectability of it. This one, I'm not real sure, and I wanted to just show you guys the process that I go through after I lay this down, because a lot of times you have to kind of get these stray hairs out of the way because they're going to stick to the lace. And then once I do that, I'm going to take some foam and push some of this back with the foam. As you can see, it didn't lay down on this side. It did fine over here, but it didn't lay down on this side. And it's a bit short on this side in terms of where my hair ends and the wig begins. So I'm gonna have to lay that down again. It's a little awkward sometimes when you're doing this, so just be patient with yourself. So yeah, again, I'm gonna just try and pull some of these hairs. And this is pretty much the best that this is gonna get, at least for today. If you don't do this every day, just know this is not an exact science. It just does not, it's not going to be, as I love to hear Brittany say, that it's never going to be skin. It is what it is. Then sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So I'm not going to worry too much about that side since I'm not going to be out and about in this wig. But if I was going to be out and about with this wig, I would probably start all over. If you want to use baby hairs, you can do that. I'm not going to use baby hairs today for this particular unit because I really don't like them. And yeah, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this on here so that when the comb is ready, I can do this. And while I'm waiting for it to heat up, I'm just going to show you what she looks like in the back. I mean, you saw it on the mannequin head, but I'm just going to go around. So there she is. She's not really long. I don't believe on the care card it says how long she is, but I'd be willing to guess she's probably about 14 inches. I'd be willing. I'm still kind of styling her up, so I'm not ready to actually give you guys my thoughts about her just quite yet. I used my Bobos Remy on her because she does tangle even though she's a short wig. She tangles. And again, since this side didn't glue down as well as I would have liked, the left side part really works better for me anyway. Another thing that I would consider doing with this wig if I was going to wear it out is to put some hot rollers in it, because I think that even though these tendrils are probably supposed to just be loose, I might want to put a little bit more curl in her because of the fact that I would just like a little bit more curl. So okay, this thing should be ready by now. Yep. Just do a little bit of something here with her. I don't have her on very high. I believe she's on like 10. And this wig to me is silky. She's not yucky to me. She might be slightly yucky to some, but to me I think she's silky. She's just not a thin silky. She's just a little bit of a thicker silky. All right. So this is Elena. And while I'm putting my stuff away, I'm gonna think about what kind of rating I want to give her. I don't always give wigs a rating, as you guys know, but I'm gonna do that today. Decide what I think about her. Let's see. I didn't think she was really difficult to style. The lace, again, lace is gonna be a problem sometimes and then it's easy other times. So I'm not gonna falter for that. I would say that she's probably not as transparent as my Chiari wig was. I'm just going to put some powder in the part here. Really don't need it because of this cap I have on, but I'm going to put some in here anyway. Okay, so I'm thinking that what I'm probably going to give Elena, or however you pronounce it, I'm going to give her a 4. I'm going to give her a 4 because she could be a little bit more yucky for me. I do like the curls, but I think I'd want her to be a little bit more curly. I would probably put hot rollers in her to achieve that. And again, I think really I'm giving her a 4 because she's silky, not because she's got any other like issues or anything. She's a beautiful color. She's a beautiful length. Like I said in the video earlier, she is a Balayage Mocha. And I think that's a pretty color. She's still shedding because of my plucking. And of course, when you cut off the lace, she's gonna shed because that's all wigs do that. So yeah, I'm digging her. I think I'm digging her. Yeah. So okay, now it's time for the trivia question for my slg58.myshopify.com headband giveaway. This one's gonna be hard. This one's from the 80s, and some of you may not know the answer to this question, but you're just gonna have to look it up. So the first person who gets it right, of course, in the comments, will win the headband. What was the name of the R&B group from Dayton, Ohio, whose lead singer's name was Steve Arrington? What was the name of the R&B group, this is from the 80s, from Dayton, Ohio, whose lead singer's name was Steve Arrington? If you know the answer to that question, put the name of the group down in the comments. Be the first person to do so and you will win the headband. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much, WIGTYPES, for sending over Elena. I think the more I wear her, the more I like her, but yeah, I wish she was a little bit more yucky. But again, you guys, keep watching. Thank you so much for all your support, and as I always say, if you're going to show love to anyone today, please show it to the creator. I'm still looking good, and of course, so are you. See you next time.